Yeah, I got it.
Perfect.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. I'm Amy. Thank you for taking the time out to be with us today. I know your time is valuable, so we'll just get going on this. Our mission is to empower men and women to get over their limiting beliefs so that they can achieve their goals and just live a healthy, active, and fulfilling life, however that is defined for you. And as you know, today we chose the topic of being a beginner. So especially when it becomes for our health journey. So let's start with just a quick introduction. So when I say your name, would you please share your name, where you're from, and when it comes to being a beginner, what is like the first one word or two words that comes to your mind? And just especially right now at this very moment. So Kiley, you're up to the left. Why don't you start?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Everybody. I will find my words here. I'm Kiley Hayward, and I'm in Colorado Springs. When I think about being a beginner, I think about overwhelm, if I'm honest.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Joelle.
Hi, I'm Joelle. I'm coaching here, co-hosting with the girls today. And when I think beginner, I think forever student. And that probably needs explanation, so it's not amazing for on the spot, but I always strive to be learning, and that means that I'm interested in a lot of different things. So for me, beginner is a time of excitement.
Awesome. Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm from southern Minnesota. I think of brave when I think of the word beginner.
Awesome. Sherry.
Hi, I'm Sherry Asmus. I'm Ryan's mom. I live in southern Minnesota also, and I feel like I'm a beginner again because I've had so many health issues that I got to start all over. But slow and determined, and that's how you get there.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Wendy.
I'm going to have to agree with the overwhelm. Definitely overwhelm. I'm in Colorado Springs, by the way.
Okay, great. Thank you. Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Wilkinson. I'm from Greeley, Colorado, and I agree with Kiley. Overwhelming and a little bit of fear.
Okay. Yep. Great. Felicia.
I am Felicia Myers. I'm in Queenstown, Maryland, and I would say maybe either unsure or commitment.
Okay. Yeah, those are good. Good. I said I'm Amy. I'm in southern Minnesota as well. I'm a little bit like Joelle too. It's like being a beginner is kind of a fun challenge for me, but also can be overwhelming, I think, just trying to get your thoughts in a process to move forward. So thanks again for being here. I'm going to hand it over to Kiley so she can share.
Awesome. Yeah, so I want to just talk a little bit here about something that's kind of got our team fired up lately. And it's very relevant to this beginners only topic, right? But diabetes, obesity, heart disease, these things are all like the top killers in our society right now, right? And I've just watched a documentary, and we have a podcast. We listen to lots of podcasts, and just been getting all this information on this topic recently. And, it's really, our culture has just like transformed really since like my generation was kids. Like we were the first generation to be raised on processed foods, right? And we are now seeing the impacts of what that has on our society and our culture and our health. And it's not good, right? And our culture has really been brainwashed or conditioned to go for those convenient, easy, and cheap food options. But we haven't been, and at the same time, we've been told that health is hard and it's expensive. We don't believe that's true. We are out there to change that perception, to prove that with small steps and this concept we call health esteem, it is doable, and it's not for the elitists. It doesn't have to be expensive. And just, I think now is this time where we have to make a decision to make a change, right? Because it's not just our generation that is seeing the effects. We're already seeing the effects in our kids. Childhood obesity is a huge problem. And what they're finding too is that for those kids that are overweight, just so even overweight, not obese, they are at a higher risk than of having all these problems down the road as an adult already. Like, even if they start to correct things, that already puts them at risk. So I'm just really passionate that we need to make a change. And so that's, and I know the rest of the team here is too. And so this beginners only topic is just really striking a chord with us, because whether you struggle with your weight, or you're trying to get back on track with your healthy habits, or maybe you're experienced in your health journey and you have been working out, and your friends are healthy, your family's healthy, still developing that health esteem can help you find success on your journey. Because even if you're in that place where you've been doing it for a while, there's always room to grow, right? There's always things we know, oh, I could do that better, or tweak that a little. And really health esteem is all about learning to love ourselves where we're at, but embracing the growth and the journey that needs to happen to live our best lives and to get where we want to go. And so one thing to do to help you get started on that path is define what success means to you. We've all prescribed, as I said, we've been kind of taught, brainwashed, whatever word you want to use, to prescribe to this imperfection economy, right? Where we beat ourselves up. I had pizza last night. Shouldn't have had that pizza last night. So now I need to punish myself in a workout. No, that is not how we should be living our lives. I enjoyed pizza last night. I'm going to do my workout today because I had planned to anyway, and it makes me feel good, but I don't need to do a harder workout or, double up on my workout to punish myself for that pizza. And so really start by defining what success means to you. Is it that you need to lose weight, or is it some other health number that you need to really focus on? Is it just getting in more steps every day, or replacing one meal a day with a healthy superfood shake? Like, there's so many ways that you can start this journey and define success. We don't have to measure it by, did you work out every single day? That's one measurement, sure, but it doesn't have to be the one you choose to start with. So, and part of what I want to share with you today is my story when I was a beginner. And for those of you that I'm connected with on social media, you've probably seen this story, so I apologize if it's a repeat for you, but and it's hard for me to tell, honestly, because I don't like to admit that I was ever obese, that I had ever gotten to that point. But I remember the day sitting in the doctor's office. It was after I had had my kids and had gained that weight and not ever lost it, and continued to add on to it. They put that piece of paper, she holds out a piece of paper with all of my stats, as far as my blood pressure and all that kind of stuff, which was all fine until she got to the bottom of the page. And the weight was, I believe, 190. And she circled that this makes you obese for your height and weight. And I was mad. I didn't want to believe it. And it took me a long time to actually decide to do something about it that would be lasting. I have always, even though I didn't ever want to admit that I was obese, I've always struggled with my weight. So as a kid, diet pills, every single, no fat diet, no carb diet, all the things, I tried them. And I would lose the weight, and then but they weren't things I wanted to do for life. So as soon as I stopped, I would gain that weight back. And my beginner step, honestly, was I got involved in something that helped me start with personal development. And that was I didn't know it at the time, but just starting 15 minutes a day of personal development was my first baby step that got me to the point where I knew I needed to do something about my health so that I could start fitness. And then when I started fitness, it was 2 times a week, 20 minutes a day. That's all, honestly, I felt like I had time for, not necessarily where I felt my body was, but I work and I didn't see how I could possibly fit more than that in. And I know that other people relate to that. And I just want you to know, like, it's okay. Just start where you need to start. And maybe it's not, 5 days a week of working out. Maybe it is, but maybe there's something else you need to start with, and defining what those first small steps are and what success is for you will really help you get started. So I've talked enough. I'm going to pass the baton and let some of the other girls here share a little bit about this topic as well. So I'll go back to Amy first.
Thanks so much, Kiley. That was really good. It's really great to hear, because I know, I may never have been told I was obese, but those stats are always on your health records that they say. And sometimes you're like, okay, really? But yeah, so typically just some small tips that my personal one is, once I took responsibility for my choices, and I guess I do that on a daily basis. So if I am not going to be perfect that day, because no one's perfect. I know I have the tools to go back to. And like Kiley said, I had pizza last night too, but one change I made is I added something like green to my plate. Simple little things like that, to know that, you know what, I won that day. I made that choice for pizza, but I also made a choice for something else too. So some of the things that I share with my team too is, or someone getting started, is to kind of erase the perfection mindset. Just erase anything you've ever learned from before, because you want to start something new and you want something lifelong. Then you're going to have to not go live in the past. Be present and take it day by day. Kiley said something else to reflect on what your success looks like. Decide where you want to start. Fitness, food, or mindset. Like Kiley said, personal development is really where she started. We're conditioned to think a lot of high intense cardio and fitness, whereas it could be meditation, personal development, taking time to be flexible in your body, like stretching. So that's where, changing the mindset of the past norms is really, that's one win right there. When you do that, that is a win that you've already succeeded at. And then make sure you write down, what are going to be my small wins for the day? And then how am I going to celebrate that? At the end of the day, what made you smile or made you feel joy inside? Because, it's not somebody telling you to smile. It's, you feel it. And that is a celebration, and that is a win for the day, and always celebrate that. And then, of course, surround yourself with positive community, positive friends, positive family members that are going to lift you up and celebrate with you, and also give you love when you're having a bad day. They don't have to give you an answer, just someone you can lean on. And this is right here is one community that I found that drew me in and actually pushed me into coaching, because it's like this, I want to share this and I want positivity in my life. So Oksana, who has a 6th child today, wanted to share her tips. She's just said, when I could get rid of the almost like an excuse of not knowing how to move your body, she was thankful for having these beautiful categorized workouts that she could filter. So like mindset, meditations, flexibility, lifting, cardio, all that stuff. It's all laid out for us so that It takes out the procrastination and saves time. And those were her big tips. And that also comes to the point of where another easy tip is trust the process. These things are created scientifically by scientists and professional trainers. I mean, hey, let's do this, So those are some of my tips. It just take the complication and the overwhelm out of it. Just narrow it down to where you can see. I'm going to pass it over to Joelle because she's always got tons of energy to share.
I'm like, you girls said so much good stuff, though. You covered a lot of the things. Just knowing that there's the 3 pillars. I say we start with the 3: nutrition, mindset, and movement, and to look at what you feel like inspires you the most and or is most needed in your life right now, and start with just that one. At BODi, we have so much to offer in every category, so you don't have to overwhelm yourself with everything. Start with one and build that habit first, and stack the next one on top. In addition to being a BODi coach, I've been a personal trainer for almost 8 years. And something that always happens with the beginners is they don't want to ask questions. We need this community. So you have people of all walks of life in what we have to offer here, and use that. You don't have one coach or one BODi partner to work with. You have a whole group here. And I said the only silly question is the one unasked, because I can't help if I don't understand where you're at. And I'm really good at assuming a lot of stuff because I've done it for a long time, but that's not going to get us there the fastest, right? So if you're like, dude, this is just where I need help, give me step 1. I got you. We got you. Everybody is going to have maybe a different suggestion, and that's even better because you have the freedom to choose and really feel what aligns with you. And then lastly, with health esteem, just with my personal experience, I've been preaching this concept for years. And I have a lot of clients that didn't get a lot of visual, physical results, but they got so much better range of motion, lower body fat, so it was still a win, a lot increased strength or mobility. So they didn't feel like they were missing out on something by not having that stark crazy after picture. That said, for me this year, after BODi Release Health Esteem and Sure Thing came out, I have totally released any attachment to my physical results, and I have slimmed down more than ever. So just know that all of us are learning, and we are always looking to improve and find that higher self, but it is one step at a time. So I won't hold us up any longer. Let's cheers to the Energize. If you have any left, I'm like, okay, cheers, water, Energize, and then we'll get to our workouts. All right.
Cheers. Okay. Is everybody up to try the full 30 minutes of for beginners only workout? I put the link in the chat. Follow along. There's a modifier if you need it. There's an intensifier if you need it. Let's do this, and then we'll come back here after we're done, just kind of regroup, do a short meditation, and close this out.